We live, man. We live, we live, we live. Hope you guys can see me in a decent, halfway decent light. You know, I need to fix that light bulb while I'm fixing lights and shit. Let me get this joint shared out right quick, and then we can get into the video, man. We can get into the video. If you're coming in, make sure to hit the like button, man. Subscribe. You already know the vibes, man. Drink some water. Be smooth. Be smooth. I need to get like you, man. I need to be like you and get my authority. And I don't got to worry about this type of shit because they can't say nothing to you when you get your authority. So that's what I need to do. I need to get like you, Be Smooth. Arkansas, I see you. What's going on? What's going on, everybody coming in? Go on, come in, man. Hey, shout out to the dude that hit me up, too. The dude that hit me up on my sideline. I'm going to hit you back, bro. It's just been a hectic day. So I don't know if you in here or not. But I didn't just ignore you. It's just been a crazy day, man. It been a crazy day. You heard me. So my authority isn't active anymore. You still dealing with brokers who try to walk to you like they're a child at times. Oh wow. I'm still trying to get like you. I'm trying, all the authority owners and, up on that level. No, don't hate me. I tried to call you before I went live. You ain't pick up the phone. You over there with Jody. Don't call now. No, go on somewhere. Go on. Let's see. Positive energy. Yes, sir. Positive. Zins. Oh, matter of fact, I got you right here. Hold up. Just so we can have good vibes, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see what I did with it. Hold on. Give me a second. Where my joint at? Damn, I can't even find my That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Somebody done got me for my joint. Well, never mind. I was gonna light one of these candles that I got, but I can't find my lighter. Can't find my lighter. I was gonna light a candle, positive vibes, feng shui, and all that. Not Jody. Yeah, you know what I mean? She chilling with Jody, bro. She, you know what I mean? Ain't gonna pick up my phone, but gonna come on the live. Nah, get out of here. Yeah, bro, you gotta remember you got YouTube with a following. Man, that ain't nobody. As long as I'm having my business, I don't let that stuff get to me. Just find a carrier at least on with low fees, don't harass you. Okay. I have no missed call. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. No missed call. Y'all see how she doing me, man? That's why I'm staying on the road for 8 weeks. For 8 weeks. Yeah, right. Now, where do I start? So to conclude how the day ended, yeah, right. I know, right? That's a fact. It's all bullshit. I'll be crying next week. I want to go home. So the DOT inspection happened. It's over with. Everything that was wrong has been fixed. Shout out to this Landstar driver that was just here. He actually let me borrow some tape so I can finish fixing my headlight. That's done. The tire. Oh, let me tell you what happened with the tire, right? Before I get into my apology. What happened was the Love's Tech came out there, and I think y'all was up here. He was going to charge me $576, right? I said, okay, cool. I was expecting it to be more. I'm always expecting it to be more. I'd rather expect high and get low than expect low and get high. So what happened was something was going on with if you're going through New Baltimore, Ohio on 75, that Loves, they got something going on with their system to where they're not be able to accept the cards over the phone. So at first they was trying to make it seem like there was something wrong with my card. And I'm like, that can't be so. That's impossible. I got money. I just got paid today, but I already had money in there. And after further investigation, something was wrong with their system. So we were sitting there for like 15, 20 minutes, me and the tech guy, trying to figure out how was they going to get their money. And I'm just like, yo, I got a delivery that I got to get delivered by 3 p.m. or I'm going to be sitting on this load all weekend. Ain't going to make no money. I said, that's not going to happen. So what ended up happening was he wanted to take my card. He wanted to take my card. He wanted to take my card, take it to Love's, and then bring it back to me. And I'm like, huh? I said, nah, fam. I said, that's not going to happen, bro. Like, you know, I told him no disrespect to you, but you're not taking my shit and then dipping out. You crazy? So he was a young dude, man. Couldn't have been older than 22. So I said, look, fam, I have to get this load delivered. If I don't get this load delivered, I'm going to lose damn near $2,000 between now and Monday. So I have to go get this load delivered. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go deliver the load. I was literally 6 minutes away. And I'm going to come back to the Loves, and I will pay you guys when I get to the Loves. That's what I'll do. And he was like, well, I said, man, honestly, you don't really have a choice. Like, I got to go deliver this load. So I left, went to the delivery, got unloaded, and, you know, got my next load, which is why I'm loaded now. What's up, Corey? I see you. I see you too, Buddha Black. And stopped by the Loves on the way back. And they were so appreciative that I actually came back. They shaved off my price by almost $200. So originally it was going to be like $576. And when I went to the actual store, they shaved it down to $393. So like right around like $15 off of $200. You know what I'm saying? So they was just, you know, very appreciative that I actually showed up. They said it's a problem that they've been having for a while. And I was just like, okay. I said, hey, appreciate the $200 off. You know what I mean? I was like, shit, $393 for a roadside call on a tire. Can't beat that shit. What'd that say? Oh my gosh. But so yeah, so I was like, hell, you can't beat that. You know what I mean? So, you know, a positive note to a somewhat negative day, I guess. So that was that, but, you know, I'm getting loaded now. Let me read a couple comments before I get into my spiel. So you got to be more thorough with your pre and post trips, man. Those tires will lead to other things being found. But see, that's the thing, Be Smooth. I do my pre-trips every morning. And when I did a pre-trip that morning, that tire was not leaking. I promise you that. You know, so it wasn't, maybe the tire had rotated to where the leak was, so it wasn't coming out, but it wasn't. Like, I heard something last night on my post trip, but when I did the pre-trip, it was nothing. So I just assumed that it might have been some excess air or some airbag, some shit like that. But that morning, I didn't hear anything. So, you know, by the time I got pulled over, of course, I heard it again. So, but I understand what you're saying. You know, I try to do as good as pre-trip as I can. And like I say, to have a level 1 inspection to that extent that she did, and the only two things she could find was a halfway in headlight and that tire, I don't feel bad about that, man. I mean, you know, I feel like it could have been a lot worse. A lot of times people do, like I say, they get those type of inspections and they got brakes out of alignment. They got, you know, more major problems. So, you know, it could have went worse. You know, like I said, we'll see what happens with VL and the fine. Who knows what'll happen, but man, I'm a man, so I'm gonna take mine on the chin like I always do, one way or the other. So, I spent $8,500 on tires this month alone. Damn. Stand up guys always win. That's a fact. It pays to be honest. Facts. I had to go inside Love's to pay for a blown steer tire. Their system was acting up. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I believe that happened to me and Kylie and got busted at the scale. Valve still went bad. Okay. Those damn potholes on I-5. Yeah, I feel that. So let me get into what I want to talk about in this video. First of all, I got 73 people in here. I need a like bomb, man. Hit the like button if you like me, because a lot of y'all don't, but it's cool. Got number love for everybody. I owe an apology. Man. I owe an apology to VL Trucking, and I owe an apology. I owe an apology to my co-workers here at VL Trucking. Whether you lease operators, company drivers, team drivers, everybody here at VL, I owe you guys an apology. And I'm going to tell you why. Some people may call me a narcissist for this, but I don't care, because this is how I honestly feel. I have made a lot of mistakes on YouTube. There's no mistaking that. There's no doubting that. There's no denying that. I have made a lot of mistakes that probably could have been avoided. Des Moines, Illinois, to be specific. Des Moines, Illinois is where they're based out of for that question. And I've been very inconsistent. I've been very emotional, sensitive, very impulsive on my YouTube over the course of the last 5 years. And so what that has built up is a reputation of quitting, a reputation of blaming companies, just a bad reputation. And the sad part is, the people who, give me that reputation, ain't nobody. You know what I mean? A bunch of no names, a bunch of, trolls. But nonetheless, that stigma is surrounded around me. So what I have noticed is that I have this group of individuals, or I guess you can call it a fan club or a hate club, for lack of a better term, that just has to find something wrong with everything that I do. Trucking company, they hate when I drink water doing the video. Like, they just find everything wrong with what I do. You know what I mean? And I wasn't thinking when I started to promote VL Trucking. I thought that I could come up here, promote the company for what it is, which is a good company, and that people would actually come and see that it is a good company, and, it just be a good look for everybody. However, unfortunately, what I have seen is, because of my association with this company, specifically on the lease side, I feel like this company has gotten more criticism and more harsh feedback since I've been here than I ever seen them get before I was here. And as far as me, I'm used to it. That's just how people never gonna take me serious. People just not gonna like Jay. You know what I mean? Jay's gonna be the butt of everyone's jokes. Jay's gonna be, they call me Messy Boots, even though way more people are more messy than me. I just handle my shit directly. I don't throw a bunch of subliminals and then run and hide. No, I stand in my shit and I say it for what it is. Period. That's why when I called out KB Smooth the Trucker for that fuck shit he did, I called him out. Lockout Man. I talked about him on my Instagram live feed for, calling my company and wanting to know about my company and talking shit about my company. Like, I think that's fuck shit. People who speak on companies that they don't have intentions on working for, or just doing it with the intention to find something wrong with that company, I just think that's a different type of miserable. I think that's a different type of hatefulness. You know what I mean? But I just want to apologize to my fellow VL Trucking drivers, because I don't think you guys deserve the criticism that you are getting. And even with VL, it's just everyone, for whatever reason, is trying to attack the credibility of this company and the leasing and everything with it. And I believe that it's because I'm associated with it and I'm actually doing good. And so for whatever reason, because I've been such a failure in trucking, inconsistent, that people can't wrap their head around the fact that, damn, Jay just doing good. It has to be a catch to it. Like, nah, he ain't doing good. He's the fuck up. There's no way that he can be doing this good. So they have to find a reason to discredit it. They have to find a reason to sabotage so that the whole company go down. And it's just like, it's almost like, I'm trying to think, like, is it everybody that's standing around me is getting hit by inadvertent shots. So when I see people like Chase and Andrew or HT Logistics or Call Me Cooley or Lockout Man or all these other YouTubers who are making these videos about settlements and just, how, VL doesn't sound like a good situation and how VL is too good to be true, or VL is another travel loco, and I see how it's affecting the other VL trucking drivers. Like, yo, what are you talking about? This is actually a good situation. I just have to, because I honestly feel like it's because I'm here. And like I said, that might just be the narcissist in me. That just might be me just, but I see no other reason why not. I see no other reason why the such heavy criticism. I don't know too many other YouTubers that have received criticism as harshly as I have received it. Don't get me wrong. Everybody has a group of people that come and talk shit to them and, throw a little shot, hee, ha, ha. But I think it's turned up a little bit when it comes to me. I do. I honestly feel that way, man. And I just hate that it affects this company and it affects these other drivers who really just trying to do their thing, man. They're just trying to make some money. They all got their own individual plans. You know what I mean? And it's just like, fam, listen, if y'all gonna hate on me, hate on me. Direct that shit to me. But don't go out here and bully on people who aren't used to this type of attention. And that's not a knock to them, but they're not used to this type of attention. They're not used to this type of negativity coming their way. They just out here trying to make a buck, make a couple of videos, and go about their day. Direct that shit to me. I can take that shit for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Despite how you feel about whatever, bring it to me. Bring it to me, man. Because you really got people, like some of the conversations that I've had with some of these cats that have come to this company and listening to where they were before they found VL and what they're trying to do and the happiness in their voice because of the money they're making. They never thought that they'd make $2,500 a week as a company driver. And the fact that they found that just so happened through my YouTube, and now we have created a relationship to where I they call me on my sideline number. I make sure they straight, and I'm helping them with their goals. But then you get on this app and there's nothing but negativity and criticism and pushback on a company that has nothing to do with none of the people that's talking about it. You will never see me come up here and do a detailed review video about Prime. You just won't. You will never see me do a detailed review up here about RST. You'll never see me come up here and say anything about car hauling. That's not what I do. That's not my lane. You understand what I'm saying? And I just don't understand the thought process or the motivation or just the agenda of such harsh and negative pushback towards people. And I'm talking about the smaller YouTubers, Roscoe Green, YSE Transport, Moochie J, all Firestarter, all the people who have come here to VL and are actually doing good, and they have to like they got to come up here on the internet and defend them doing good. It's just not right, man. Hey, you want to come at me? I take that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, the same people that are talking this shit, you won't see a settlement. You won't see nothing. They'll say, "Oh, I got my authority. I got this truck. I got this trailer. I got this contract." Where the paperwork at? What? You know what I mean? Because you'll come and you'll judge on everybody else because you'll say that they're not credible. But what makes you so credible? Niggas lie every day, B. And despite what y'all may think, a lot of these YouTubers are lying straight up and down. Or if they're not lying, they're allowing you to believe things that they know aren't true. You know what I mean? And I just think that that's not fair, man, because you have people who, most of the VL trucking videos I've seen, people are showing you everything. Settlements, trucks, the whole shebang. And they're being killed for it. Oh, they must be lying. They fabricating statements. That's not the real statement. They holding money. It's like, man, shut the fuck up. Please. I just don't understand it, man. Can't thank you enough for the information. The fact that I will now work for VL, bro. You on point. Appreciate you, Firestarter. Definitely appreciate you. Appreciate that $10. And it's just like, it's crazy, man. I do. So like I say, I owe them an apology, man, because, unfortunately, you guys had to work at the same company as me. And to take it a step further, some of you have actually listened to me and taken the advice that I've given you, and you're doing good because of it. So they hate that shit. Oh, my God. Who are you? What audacity do trucker named Jay have to try to give anybody any type of information or advice, blah, 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 blah. They hate that shit, man. It eats them up to know that I've been through as much as I've been through, and I've taken every L that I've had on camera, and I'm still doing good. And the reality is, the real truth of the matter is, some of them mad because we doing just as good, if not better than them. But we ain't gonna really talk about that. We ain't gonna really talk about that. That's what I think the real truth is. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing that bothers me, and I ain't gonna lie, it's some people that be in my live feeds that I see in other people's live feed that go right along with it. And I'm just the type of person to where it's like, but then again, it's this, again, you can't take home rules and street rules and codes and you can't bring it on the internet because it's just not the same. But I'm the type of person, if I mess with person A and I'm on their YouTube and I'm following their journey, and then I go to person B's YouTube and they talking cash money shit about person A, I'm not going to feed into that. I'm not going to hype that up. You know what I mean? I just don't believe in that. No. Especially if person B, I know they're downing person A. I just don't believe in that, man. I just have a hard time with that. And then the other thing that bothers me as well is you'll see in the live feeds and the chats and the comments, you really have a group of people who are out here waiting for us to fail. And that, again, is a whole nother level of just hatred. You literally have people out there who are hoping that when the market slows down, because everyone knows the market is just going to slow down, when they're hoping that when the market slows down, a lot of the VL trucking truck drivers are going to fail. They're not gonna be able to maintain their situation. They're gonna have breakdowns they can't afford. I know for a fact that there are people out there waiting for that. And that's why I keep telling everybody that's rocking with me at VL, make sure you stacking your money. Get ready for the slow period. Because you cannot prove these guys right, man. Because they're waiting. And unfortunately, we live in a world with that type of evil where people are praying for your downfall just to be able to say, I told you so. But that is the world that we live in, man, and we have to deal with it. We have to live with it, you know what I mean? And so, again, I apologize because I honestly believe that it's because of me. It's because you guys are associated with me. I do, man, and it's just, that shit's sad, bro. It is. To those people, only thing I could say is, man, you guys need help. I wanted to come up here, and I ain't gonna lie, I had a video where I was gonna come up here screaming, cussing, fussing, and all that. Ain't no sense in that, man. It's not worth that type of energy. It requires some energy to speak towards, but not that type, because it's not worth the anger and the high blood pressure and the and that it's not worth that, because those people aren't that important. But I still wanted to address it because I just think that it is a sad world, because there's so much money in this industry. So much money. Granted, some people's perception of money is different. So to some people, $1,500 is money. To some people, $2,000 is money. Some people, $25,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So if somebody wants to lease a truck and make $2,000 to $3,500 a week, and they are satisfied, they don't care about a truck. Because here's the thing, man: when you leasing and you driving, you ain't thinking about no truck payment. You just trying to figure out what your check gonna be. You just trying to figure out how much your check gonna be. That's all leasing is. That's why you hear glorified company driver. I know if I make this amount of money and only spend this much in fuel, this is what I'm gonna make. But guess what? That money never comes out of my pocket. That money's never coming out of my pocket. So that $499 and that, oh, you got 1,700 payments of, hey, guess what? Even if I was to pay this truck off, that money would never come out of my pocket. I told you guys 2-3 months ago, yes, if I was to pay this truck off, it would be $105,000 or something like that to pay this truck off. Off of that $105,000, I would make over $350,000, almost $400,000. That's business, man. Just because you don't agree with my business, that don't mean you get to criticize. I mean, you do get to criticize it, but I just don't understand why. If you good, if you in a situation to where, again, you should be on a whole nother level of trucking. And here's the thing: if I'm coming to you for information or advice, fine, have at it. And that's the other thing I don't get, though. You'll have people, like it's one person, and I don't want to put her on blast, but her name is something like, or his name is Sweetness or something like that. And I just see them in everybody's videos asking about VL trucking. It have been for like the last 2 months. And I'm just like, baby girl, find you some VL truck drivers, ask them, and then just let that be it. You over here asking this guy who has a paid off truck in his own authority. You asking this guy that pulls reefer and has contracts. You asking this guy who hauls flatbed. What you think they're going to tell you about this company? They don't know nothing about their company. They're going to group it in with every other lease program that they have been brainwashed to think doesn't work. You guys have to understand who you're asking for certain information. Who got their authority? It's a couple of channels that have their authority. I thought B Smooth had his, but he said his expired. AC Logistics has his authority. Who else? Call Me Cooley has his authority. Somebody else has an authority. I think that's it. LaShawn doesn't have his. Chase and Andrew damn sure don't have his. I think Ghost has an authority. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ghost may have an authority. I don't know. Ghost be ghosting, so I don't know what Ghost got going on. But Ghost, call me, nigga. But anyway, so it's just like, if you want information about authorities, go ask them. If you want information about teaming, go ask Married to the Miles or Moochie J at VL or any team drivers. But if you want information about here's the thing about trucking, man. It's so many different lanes. So you can't ask somebody over here about what's going on over there. They're not going to know, or they're going to give you some bad information. They're going to give you some bad information. Let me help y'all. Wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, find a YouTuber who is doing as close to that as possible, and follow that YouTuber or YouTubers like that. If you want to be a lease driver, there is no reason that you should be asking these authority owners with cash trucks, because they gon' fuck up your perception of leasing. If you want a cash truck, there's no reason you should be talking to lease drivers who don't have no intention on paying for a truck cash. Now, if you want to talk to a lease driver who eventually wants to use that lease to buy a truck, different situation. But then again, that's why I say they try to group all lease drivers into a barrel, and that's not the truth. Some lease drivers are leasing just because they want to lease to say they leasing. Some want to lease to buy a truck. Some want to lease to pay the truck off. Some leasing and just going, when that lease is done, they just going to keep leasing and leasing and leasing. There's so many different ways and so many different avenues and angles and situations, man. To say that it's only one way to do this is the most idiotic, ignorant shit. It's not true. It is not fucking true, man. We are taking this $1 trillion industry and trying to put it into a box. Do it this way or you fail. That is the biggest crock of bullshit that I've ever heard. The problem is everyone's goals are different. So because this person goal may be, I want to be a truck driver for 25 years. But the next person may only want to come into trucking and just stack cash for 5 years to go put it elsewhere. Look at Woody. Woody was in trucking for, 5-10 years? He stacked a bunch of money. His shit fell through. No disrespect to him. But now he's thriving in other businesses because of money he's made off trucking. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you got to understand who you talking to. What are their goals? What are their aspirations? What are they trying to do? Because if you just go on and asking every single person for advice, of course you're going to have 8 different, from the guy who used to ask everybody for advice. That's why I was so inconsistent. I would ask D-Raj about cash trucks. I would ask TB about local. I would ask LoShawn about Swift. I would ask, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking all these different people about shit that they clearly don't want to do or don't have no intention of doing, and then get mad when they speak against it. You're not going to go ask the janitor about heart surgery. You just not. And that's the problem, man. So sometimes, let me get a swig of water, man. This damn cold. Sometimes people need to understand. First of all, I think it was D-Raj, was it Nuri Muhammad? Nuri Muhammad said it best with the Nation of Islam. We have a generation of lazy learners. We are such lazy learners. We want everyone to package all this information and give it to us in a fucking a quick 5-minute conversation. We are so lazy to go out there and try to figure what happened to the times where we just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go and see what it's about. If we fail, we fail. We start over. But you have everyone who is so afraid to take a fucking risk, and they just want everything packaged and handed it to them. So they going to go to these YouTubers, and they're going to put all this pressure on these YouTubers. Hey, man, I need you to give me the best advice on buying a truck, leasing a truck, getting authority. And if I fail at any of it, it's your fault. That shit is crazy to me, man. We got to do better, people. It goes both ways. It does. It does, man. We just, we got to do better, man. Honestly. It's sad, man, because it's so many people out here with great information and they're giving it to the wrong people. It's so many people out here with such great information and they are giving it to the wrong people. It's such people out here that like you're picking the information that you're taking in based off of how much you like that YouTuber. And that's the incorrect thing to do. It's just incorrect. It is. It just, you know, I don't know, man. I hope we get better at it because I do think there's a lot of good information out here. I think that there are so many different ways to skin a cat. and we are just trying to, you know, make it one way. Because at the end of the day, let's really call a spade, man. If you've been, like, I know for me personally, let's talk about Jay, right? If I was to, I'm coming up on my 5th year of trucking, and I'm tired of being in the truck. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. My son called me every 2-3 days crying, asking me to come home, and that shit getting old. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but I understand there's a means to an end. I got a plan. I got a plan to get me out the truck. There ain't none of y'all business, but I got a plan. But my thing is, for me, it's 2020. If I was still in the truck in 2025, I would feel like a failure. If I was a full-time truck driver in 2025, I would feel like a failure. So why would I take the advice of a 15-year vet? Somebody asked and you answer me that. Why would I do that? If I don't want to be in the truck that long. And that there, again, is the problem with YouTube and trucking. People are listening to people who have such ulterior motives and goals than what they have, and they're trying to force themselves into wanting what that YouTuber wants. It's one of the biggest things me and TB went back and forth with. He was all about, hey, stay out 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, run the bag up, then go. No, nigga, I got a wife and a family. I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's fine. He has his way of doing it. I have mine. And I just, you know what I mean? And, you know, we just got to learn how to, unfortunately, I mean, we don't know how to do that as a country, to learn to agree to disagree. That's just something we don't know how to do as a country, so I can't even get mad at truckers for that shit. But we have to try to figure out some way to just say, what he's doing is different. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. That's it. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with that, people. It is absolutely nothing wrong with admitting that somebody is able to do something different than you. I'm going to build, you know, if you want to build a fleet, I want to build a fleet this way, you can build it that way. If I want to buy a truck, you can buy it this way, I'm going to buy it that way. But to come out here and say, if you're doing it that way, that's the wrong way to do it, I just can't agree with that, man. I just can't. But I just got done getting loaded, man. I just wanted to come up here. I've been up here almost 40 minutes, man. Again, to my fellow Money Team, hashtag Money Team VL Trucker, man, I apologize that you guys are catching so much criticism and feedback, and people doubting, you know, the realness, if you will, or the credibility of your leasing or your situation here at VL. But I do think it is because of an association with me. So, you know, hopefully, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just ignore it, because it's not going to stop. People going to hate me until I die, you know, and it's just, it's touching to know that I mean that much to so many people. But, you know, everyone isn't used to this type of criticism that I get. So, hey, Jay, you seen my interview? Well, yeah, I seen that Will Steele. And, you know, to me, Will Steele, Lockout, man, why are you talking to VL for? Why are you calling them? You know, well, what is the objective there? You don't have that big of a trucking following to where that's going to affect anybody. You're only getting about 200-300 views on the video, so it's not like it's going to be a viral video. So you just trying to go up there and press the H on a recruiting girl to say something that's going to incriminate the company. You know what I'm saying? And try to use that to downplay the company. And, you know, they're going to say, oh, that's not what my intentions was. Then what was your intentions, bro? Why do you feel the need to speak on a company that other YouTubers who are more popular than you have more accurately and consistently spoke on for the last half a year? That don't even make sense. That's like me making a video on how to get your authority. The fuck? Why would I do that? That's like me making a video right now talking about Stevens Transport. Why you should go to Stevens Transport. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, man. I don't understand it, man. What'd I say? Not everybody can do well, believe me. I've seen these drivers get screwed royally. Who cares? It's all opinion. Let your bank account talk. Some of these fake fleets don't get upset because of the criticism is pushed back and should be expected. Even old equipment paid off with low cost. I guess I get that be smooth, but it bothers me, man. Ever since you put VL on the map, every YouTuber got something to say about it. That's a fact, bro. In my opinion, that's a fact, and that's why I have no choice but to assume that the attack on VL and its credibility is directly associated with me, because I keep posting pasting, just like you know, Ace T. He was the one that said it's all about getting the most money out of your check. So the statement that I posted today, I was on my way home, but it was still a full week worth of running. I went from Georgia to New York, from New Jersey to Virginia. Total, I made like $3,000. I spent like $467 in fuel because I only went up Georgia, went up 95, came back down 95, went across 64. And, you know, so out of the $3,000, I kept like 2,000 of it. So people are like, oh, it's not as many miles. Yeah, but look what I kept. But you got some guys that'll post a settlement where they made $6,000 gross and only took home $2,800. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know how many other things to show you. Like, I'm showing you my settlements. I'm showing you everything. And again, for whatever reason, it's too good to be true because it's Jay, and Jay's a failure, and Jay don't know what he's talking about, and blah, 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 blah. I don't fucking know, man. These guys are clowns, man. Just try to weed through the bullshit is the best way I can tell you. Stop listening to people who ain't done what you asking about. I'm going to make an attacking video of VLJ for some views to get my YouTube check back up to 400 plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it, man. I've posted everything. You know, because here's the thing. You can have 20 years of experience pulling a flatbed. You don't know shit about driving. You can have 15 years experience doing reefer and tanker. You don't know shit about car hauling. So just because you have a lot of years of experience driving a truck, there's so many different things about trucking that you could be clueless about. Clueless. Who cares, Jay? Nobody cares about two-cent remarks when you make. I don't care, but I honestly believe it affects one, public perception about VL, and it affects people who have come to this company and are still new and trying to figure out their way, and they got all these videos talking down on the company that they just decided to take a chance to come to. So I do think, you know, we'll laugh and joke and say, oh, it's just, no, it's not. That's some, like, y'all keep downplaying it like it's not a big deal, and because you guys have been desensitized by it. I think that you guys have been desensitized, and then two, because I think some of you guys do it as well. So it's a joke and it's cool when someone is talking about somebody else, but let somebody come and speak on your situation. You ready to go for it? Let's go. You know what I mean? And so, nah, man, like, it's just, it gotta be a line, bro. Like, you talking about people's real life situations. This ain't no jokey joke. Oh, nah, man, people is out here again, bro. 2020, we coming out of a pandemic, man. People out here trying to rebuild their lives. You know what I'm saying? People out here trying to put shit back together. And because they chose a company that you just don't like, you gonna kill them for that shit? Nah, I just take that a little bit more serious than the next man. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's my emotion showing. I mean, my sensitivity or whatever. But nah, man, don't knock no dude that's trying to do it the right way. Especially when you got so many YouTubers out here that's selling lies and bullshitting, telling this story and that story and this and that and this and that, but what they saying not adding up with what we actually see. No, sir. Call them out. Call them out. Nobody gonna call them out. Ain't nobody gonna call them out, though. But it is what it is, man. I get it, man. You know, we sweep it under the rug when it's like this. I get it, man. It's cool. I think it's clown shit, man. I can't never get over that. I think it's clown shit, man. That's how I feel about it, but whatever, man. I'm about to get up off here. I'm about to go sell up my joint, get down the road, man. I may go live again tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know, but obviously this is something I feel passionately about, bro. Don't piss on my plate. Just say it's jokes. Nah. Because then if somebody watched one of them videos and they could have went to VL trucking and changed their life, but they decide to go somewhere else and make less money, or they decide to go get a W-2 job and make $1,200 a week when they could have been at a 1099 making $2,500 a week because they listen to some dumbass on YouTube that don't know what the fuck they talking about. Is it still just fun and games then? Everything a joke till it's not. Everything a joke till it's not, man. So it's just like, again, that's why I say, man, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on this YouTube shit. Because it's just certain shit that I just don't play with. You know what I mean? It's just certain shit like, again, man, like, y'all don't know niggas' situations. Y'all don't know what niggas been going through. Like, some of the conversations I done had with these dudes before they came to VL, man, like, niggas was going through some real shit. And this was a blessing in disguise to make this type of money. You know what I mean? And for somebody to come and criticize that, man, that's some coward shit, bro. I'm sorry, I don't care. Call me what you want, bro. That's some coward shit. Period. Especially coming from people who wouldn't give you $1 if you was a bum on the street. Shit crazy, bro. Everybody, Mario, everybody. Lockout Man, he just did a damn, he did about 2 videos. He did a 30-minute video. And he did an hour live feed. He won't bring me on that bitch, though. Nah, he won't bring me in there. No, sir. Everybody got something to say about this shit. At some point, if you go look over the last 3 to 4 months, damn near everybody that had something to say about VL. I done seen HT say something, Chasing Andrew, Call Me Cooley, Lockout Man. I done seen random niggas saying shit, and it's just like, it's crazy, bro. Niggas saying Travel Loco, VL, the new Travel Loco. They're like, what? But again, the niggas that are criticized the most wouldn't give you $1 if you was a bum on the street. So you just criticizing just to criticize. Oh, but you'll say it's just content. I'm sorry, bro. My content ain't that bad, or I'm not that desperate for some extra YouTube money where I just got to come up here and say whatever to get a couple $100. I'm just not that bad of a place. If y'all need that YouTube money that bad to where y'all gotta attack people's situations, hey man, do it how you get it how you live, bro. But I'm not crossing that. I'm not gonna come up here and just attack another man's situation for some content. Nah, fuck that. That's some clown shit to me. Call it what you want, man. But I'm out of here, man. As always, y'all know what it is. Try to stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God, family, trucking, man. And remember, every day is another step closer where you want to be in life. So keep pushing, because you know I am, man. I'm gone.